Awesome. My name is Zach Levy, and I'm going to build a website. The website idea is basically to have odds of everything. So odds of, getting hit by a car, odds of getting cancer, all that kind of stuff. Put it on a website, make some sexy graphs, and see what happens. So, I scoped it out the other day, trying to figure out what kind of stack I'm going to use, and I think I'm going to use React for most of it. React Router for the routing. The routes are basically just going to be, whatever the slug is for the title of the graph. So if it's the odds of getting cancer, make it into a slug. And then maybe there's some sort of page where you combine the odds. And so, what are the odds of getting cancer and getting hit by a car? Or maybe it's the odds of getting cancer or being hit by a car. So I don't know how that's going to work yet, but we use React Router for that. And then also for the storing the data. Not sure how that's going to happen. I was thinking initially just load it from a JSON on the client side. I'd like to avoid an API server just because of hosting costs early on, and I'd rather not have to maintain multiple repos for this one because it's just a side project. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, I want to have a submission form, so if people have like new statistics, they can submit them and it makes a sexy graph for them. Odds that, I don't think of, but people want to have up there. For SEO, React is notoriously terrible, and same with sharing, because rendering the meta tags with React Router, it's done after the page loads. So for that, we'll use React Helmet and React Snapshot. React Helmet for defining the meta tags, and then Snapshot is basically like a pre-renderer. So we'll do a build process, export everything as HTML and JavaScript and CSS, and then we'll upload it to S3 because S3 has super cheap hosting. So that should be good. Yeah, and that's it. That's basically what I'm going to build. I got some spare day or so hopefully I'll get pretty far. Definitely get something hosted and get a few pages for the odds of stuff. I think I'm going to start with the odds of getting cancer. I don't really know what the odds of getting cancer are, so it'd be cool to see that on a graph. Might be terrifying. Yeah. Going to be using Atom for most of the code editing. Let's do it up. Going to be using Create React App because it's pretty fantastic. So Create React App. We call it odds of everything. Yeah, should be good. Taking a while to download everything. That's cool. This porn gifs here is not what you think it is. It's a project I was working on. I'm somewhat embarrassed to admit that I use the GitHub desktop app. I'm not as hardcore as most people, but I find it really quick. So to me, convenience trumps everything else. I'm going to be using some other projects too to help me with the code for this, so don't know which ones yet. Some previous React projects that I've worked on. Probably this one, history videos. So I'll be referencing this for some of my code later. No need to reinvent the wheel and everything. Nice. So we'll just check it out. Make sure everything works. Forgot to CD into it. Classic. Alright, so we got our basic React project set up. Make sure to commit it. Where did it go? Here it is. Yes. So yeah, you can find this on my GitHub. I'm just gonna call it odds of everything. Awesome. So that's all good. And I think I'm just going to create the S3 server right now. May as well. Could have done with quickly. Oh, clicked on the wrong one. So I'll get a host right away. That way I don't have to worry about any sort of configuration later. Once I start making it more complex, we can sort of test it as I go. I think the stream is slowing down my internet, which is not good. Didn't realize how much streaming or uploading 1080 stream would tax my bandwidth. Alright, so I'm just going to use static hosting for this. So you just create a bucket with the name of the website. And then create the bucket. Yeah, it's really slow today. I'm going to copy over some settings to make sure that it's public, that it's accessible everywhere, so that we can host it as a static website. Let's see where it is. Just use one of these. So you can copy over the bucket policy. This bucket policy just says that you can do a GET request from anywhere and get any of the resources in the bucket. Since we're only uploading resources from the build folder, shouldn't be any security issues. If there is, I await being hacked. So you can make the default files all index.html so that every request that goes to this domain here will go to index. And then we'll let React Router take care of the rest. And then we just got to edit the bucket policy. So copying it over from the old one. And then this is just the name of the bucket here. It's the resource name right here. Cool. So that's all good. Yep, should be all good with that. And then we'll just edit the package JSON inside of the our React app to upload to S3. And there's some configuration you need to do with your keys, AWS keys. But if you use the AWS API, then the final command just looks like this, and that just uploads the build folder to S3. So we'll do that in a separate deploy script. Make a new one, and we'll run npm build, so we build it before we upload it every time. Yeah, so that should be good. We can just test that out. Build does not exist. Okay. Oh, we have to run npm run build instead of npm build. Run that deploy script with the npm run deploy. Great, so it puts everything in the build folder, which you can see right here, and just uploads all these files to S3. So your internet's going really slowly. Awesome. So that should upload everything to S3 here. Should see all our files from the build folder in here. Oh shit, I uploaded it to the wrong one. Yep, that's gonna be an issue. That's what you get for copying and pasting code, right? Actually gonna have to re-upload the other one real quick. Not a huge deal. And then we'll run this one again also. So yeah, I uploaded the wrong website. Overwrote all my files for one of my other websites. But it'll be back in a second. So yeah, I like hosting static websites just because they're super cheap to host. Otherwise, you're paying. You got to manage your own box, or you got to use Heroku or something like that. But then you're paying like $5 a month or something, $7 a month. And for a personal project, doesn't really make sense because you're not going to make any money off it probably. So great. So we have our website, should be hosted. Check it out here. Great, got all our files, and we'll check the domain also, make sure that works. Should see the React app here. Awesome, all looks good. Check for errors. Nothing. I think it's from one of my Chrome extensions or something. Cool. So that is all good. Now we actually got to make it. So I was thinking maybe we do React Router first. Or maybe we get a sexy graph going up first. Let's see what our to-do list says. So we get create React app set up. It's hosted on S3. Yeah, we'll leave the forms to later. And I guess that's afterwards. We'll get React Router. Sexy graphs. I was thinking for sexy graphs to use something like D3. It's probably overkill though. So maybe we'll use something simpler. Recharts is always pretty good. Which is actually a wrapper for D3. So yeah, maybe we'll just use that. Should have some pre-built ones that look pretty good. For representing simple odds like 50%, I think a pie graph is pretty good. Or like a donut graph or something like that. So, see what they have for that. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Do stuff like this. Might be a little confusing. Yeah, something like this might be good. Let's see what else they have. You can do something like this for categories like health. Maybe this is like 100% chance and this is 0% chance, and then could show different odds. And then the area inside is your like combined probability or something. I don't know. Not very good at math. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I like that one. Start them all off on the left and then just do that. Yeah, these look pretty good. Probably just use these. Cool. Do that first. Get some eye candy up. Hopefully it's called recharts. Oh, there it is. Great, seems super easy. Perfect. Yeah, looks great. So they have components for all these different things, which I'm hoping is pretty well documented. And I think we'll just use simple pie charts to start. Something like this. Cool. So you just pass it an array of objects. It's supposed to work. I don't know why it's not working over here though. Oh, I see. It's probably one of my Chrome extensions. This one. Cool. All looks good. Yeah, it's installed. Cool. Great, let's try it out. Let's try it out in app, may as well. Goes in our render function and then just load our data above that. Change it to the ES6 syntax. Yeah, I may as well make this part of the state. I don't know if I'm going to use Redux yet. I think it's overkill. I don't think we'll be passing much down to different components other than data. I don't think we'll have like many handlers or anything, so it should be fine. I hate when they do indenting like that. Cool. I guess they capitalized it. Great. Cool. So I think that's just when they imported it. They called it something else. Great. There's our charts. Cool. It's funny, the example has an error in it. Commit that. Let me change it all around later. Cool. So we got something sexy going on here. I guess we'll just do one and then we'll try to get a, 50%. So the bar only takes up half of it. Try to set that up right now. Yeah, we don't need the second one for anything. Actually, I like the second one better. I think it looks better. See if they have any cool things here. Any cool properties? No, I don't really like animation. I don't really get it, so. Great. We'll change the data around. Change the percentages, I guess. I don't really know how this is. I see. Great. So we get our 50%, 50%. So this will be like the odds of getting cancer. And this will be the odds of not getting cancer. Nice. Cool. So I think that's pretty good. I think we get our graphs pretty much set up. Change these to 400, 400. Just so it's not floating in the middle of the page there. I don't know why it's doing that. I guess because of canvas stuff. This must be offset. Yeah. Let's put it in the middle. This will be center X and center middle, I'm guessing, of this canvas. Cool. Odds of cancer. Got that one working. Cool, so I'll put this in a component. I guess odds. Gonna get rid of all these semicolons. Cool. Don't need any of this. And don't need any of this. Cool, that looks good. And then we can just import it here and render it. Cool, so we just move that to the odds component. And should render. Nice. Good little refactor. Gonna be committing on master for most of this. Just me working on it. Don't care too much to make branches right now. We'll get to that later. Cool, so I think that's pretty much it for recharts. We'll just feed it data, maybe from an odds JSON or something. Should be an array of objects. So each odd will be an object. Have a title. Getting cancer. Cool. And then we'll have I guess the data for it, for the graphs. So wondering what that'll look like. We may want to have multiple groups like they have here. Might not just be a straight up 50-50. So I guess we'll just call it data for now. And we may as well just give it the same properties, name and value. Yeah, and I guess we'll just copy it from this one. Proper JSON formatting needs double quotes for everything. Because we have a JSON file and not a JS file. Probably load this from an API way down the road, but I'm definitely okay with just putting everything in a JSON file for now. Cool. And we'll, yeah, we'll add a slug, I guess, so we can use it for our routing later. So that'll be your URL. It'll be like oddsofeverything.com/oddsofgettingcancer. Cool. That looks good. And then we'll load it instead of storing it in the state. Import odds from I don't know if we have to specify JSON or not. May as well. And then we can just say, I don't know, something like cancer odds. And this is the array. We'll just use the find function to find our what do we call it? Title. It's too slow. Cool, so I'll just find the cancer odds and we'll use that data. Get some errors. Thought we got rid of all our data too. Console log it, see what's going on. Oh yeah, we're gonna do .data. May as well put in the title. Sweet. There's our odds of getting cancer. Here's the graph loaded from a JSON. Perfect. Cool. Doing pretty well. Use the router next. I mean, set up the router next. Use React Router 4. Man, React Router has been such a nightmare for documentation. Seems like they switched versions a few times from 2 to 3 to 4, and they had breaking changes every time, and so all the examples are broken, the ones that have SEO. That was 6 months ago at least, or a year ago. I don't know how it is now. Yeah, I don't know. Just follow this random tutorial. I think I'll make a branch for this. In case everything goes to shit. Finally uploaded my old website that I had messed up earlier, so that's good. So yeah, the React Router package that you want to use is called React Router DOM. That's for version 4. Awesome. So you just wrap your app in browser router. Cool. Oh, it's not there actually. Their example is different from Create React App. It's here. So it's browser router, and then there's the import. Cool. Here we go. Let's put this in our app. Yeah, may as well do it right here. So we have a home component. Let's do it. So we'll keep the stuff from the original Create React App template in home. We'll keep this intro, I guess. So this will be our homepage component. Cool. So we can get rid of this intro part. And then, so that'll render a home. If it's just the root path. And then we'll do maybe odds. And we'll render the odds component anytime there's a URL that's, you know, /odds/ whatever. Cool. So I think it should be good. Oh yeah, forgot to import stuff. Cool, so this should have just rendered our home component. Oh. Awesome. So yeah, how this should work is whenever it's just the root path, just like that, we'll render the home component, this one right here, and if it's odd/anything, we'll render the odds component. And how this works is basically the odds component, it just renders like this. So it'll be inside of our switch, and I'm cool with that. So we can check that out. /whatever. Hopefully we see the graph. Nice. Cool. Merge this branch. Merged, pull it down. And should be all good again. Sweet. Awesome, everything's working. Cool, so we got rotor working. I guess we should have dynamic routes next. So this odds JSON will fill with more stuff. Let's see, odds of, I don't know, odds of dying. Odds are pretty much at 100 for that one. Cool. Should render. Yeah, sweet. So yeah, next we'll do the routes for these slugs here. So if we go to odds of dying, we'll see the dying graph. And if we go to odds of getting cancer, then we'll get the odds of getting cancer. Right now they're the same because they just render that odds component. So we'll make that dynamic. Cool. So see when it mounts. I forget what the React order syntax is. We just look from another project. Nope, not that one. We'll Google it. So we're just looking for how to grab the slug from the URL. There it is. Props match params. We'll see what that looks like. Cool, so this one just says slug odds of dying. And this one should say odds of getting cancer. Nice. Cool. Should we do this in render? No, we should do it in component did mount. And do we use state? It's going to render before it mounts, so maybe we can get the props in the constructor. So I'm just trying to figure out when to get the data from the JSON file. So we'll use that same find function. So in here, as soon as we have those params, and then we'll get the correct data and render it. Just not sure if we should do it in the constructor, the component did mount, or what. So we'll see what happens if it's in the constructor. Oh, we still get it. Wonder what happens if you change route, though. Does a whole page refresh. I'll put in some links, actually. I'd like to figure this one out. So, let's see. This is sort of our nav bar up here. So we'll just create a, it's like this. So we'll create two links so you can make sure it fires, like it changes when we switch routes. This is pretty morbid. I didn't realize it was gonna be that morbid. That's just what people ask, right? They always ask, you know, what are the odds of getting cancer and stuff like that, so. Cool, so we loaded dying. We'll check out cancer. Okay, so it didn't console log again, so constructor's not where we want it. I guess that's when it initially constructs the component. We'll see if it's in component did mount that we wanted it. So, odds of getting cancer. Oh, odds of dying is not it either. So this one gets fired every time it receives new props. The component receives new props. So we'll compare the old slug to the new slug. And if they don't match, then we'll do something. We'll have to update the state if we're doing stuff like this. So, what do we call it? Set the state to. There's this fly that's just driving me fucking crazy. It's winter. Look, why are there flies? Cool. So if the slugs don't match, then we'll find the JSON object in here that corresponds to the slug. From the new slug, call it something better. So I'm calling the odd just this object here. Get rid of this one. We'll need to set a default state. We'll just set it to null for now. Yeah, we should console log something. So we'll see if we found the right odd from this log. So it doesn't find it for cancer, but it does find it for odds of dying. So that's weird. Have to debug some more stuff. I could have spelled odds of getting cancer wrong also. Odd of getting cancer. There we go. Where were we? Over here. Cool, so initially loads with not what we want. And then when we switch it, it gets the right thing. So we just have to fire this stuff when the component mounts, because it doesn't fire the first time. Yeah, it should work. Maybe I spelled component did mount wrong. Oh no, there it goes. Fires, finds a slug. Odds of dying. Odds of dying. I'll just find it. So it is working. I don't know why I thought it wasn't working. Cool. And then we can just make this dynamic. So instead of getting it from a variable, we just get it from the state. Dot odd. Might throw an error in the first render. Yep. Because the first time this renders, it's going to try to do null.title and null.data. Just going to throw an error. So we can just what should we do for that? do some logic for that. So this just make sure the odd property here in the state is not null, and then adds the title. We might have something like, or something else later. And then here, this does the same thing. It just checks to see if odd exists. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't do anything. It'll just render undefined, which will be blank. Otherwise, it builds this JSX here. Cool. So I think we have dynamic. Well, let's just change some values. Oh yeah, we got some values changed. So we should see this graph change. Ooh, cool. That's fun. Awesome. So we have dynamic routes now and graphs. Let's see what else we got to do. Submission form. Actually, let's push this for fun. So we'll just deploy it. Upload it to S3. So while it's uploading, we'll set up the domain. So I just need to find the domain that Amazon hosts this on for a static website. There it is. And I'll just do a CNAME to that. Do you need the HTTP? I don't think so. This is domain. And then we'll do a redirect in case somebody does www. Oh, doesn't like that. Cool. So it'll probably take a while to set up, but our website will be available at oddsofeverything.com within a day, depending on DNS. Propagation. Okay, so we have cancer and dying. I think it's fully uploaded. Yep, cool. Moment of truth. Nice. Nice. Looks good. Great. What else do we have to do? This submission form. I'd kind of like to polish it first, to be honest. Whatever, let's do a submission form. So if somebody wants to submit a new new statistic, we'll create some form fields for them. I guess odd form. Probably should have come up with some better naming for this. Let's see if we can copy some syntax. Just use this. Cool. Great, so we'll store any sort of values that type into the form in the state. Should we do that? Maybe we should just grab it from the HTML input tags. Might be easier. Let's find out what our data is going to look like first, actually. So they'll need to submit a title. We can build this slug ourselves. And then they need to provide some statistics. So we can just assume that it's going to be, you know, the odds of, we don't have to ask what the odds of not getting cancer are. We can just ask what the odds of getting cancer are. In which case they would say like 50% or something. And then we should also have a source. So that, you know, it's not just more bullshit on the internet. Placeholder sources for now. Cool. So create form. And input. So we have to give them a title. I don't know what to call it. Yeah. Put it for the title. We should give it a name too, actually. And then to give them like a probability field. So this will be like 50% or 0.5 or whatever. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to check the sources and stuff before I upload it to the website. So to start at least. So I'm not too worried about formatting. Cool. And then a button for submit. Oh yeah, we're not actually using Bootstrap yet. We'll have to set that up. So once they fill it in, they click on the submit button. We'll have a handler for that. Handle form submit. And we bind this so we have access to the odd form component inside of this variable. Cool. And we'll have to make that available somehow, so I guess we'll make a route for it. Submit. Sure. So if you go to /submit, it'll render this form. Forget to import it. Cool. Oh yeah, this is on our hosted server. We haven't pushed it, so we'll have to use our localhost. which is not running. Okay. Cool. So we got our stuff. Put some sample data in here. Nice. Oh, it refreshes. It's not what we want. I don't know how this works here. Maybe it's like this. We'll console log stuff. Still refreshing. Okay. Use preserve log to see what's going on. So the first one is the event, and the second one's undefined. Okay. Must be thinking of something else. Cool, so no page refresh. Awesome. We don't have the values, so how do we get the values? I think we have to use ref, maybe? I don't really know. Let's Google it. Yeah, looks like you can use refs. Cool, so you say ref whatever, and then this dot refs dot whatever dot value. Cool. I think this is because the React uses virtual DOM, so we can't just do document dot get whatever. So instead of name, we'll just have title, I guess. I mean, instead of name, we'll have ref. And then this dot refs dot title. And we'll do the same thing for probability. Cool. Get rid of this. And we can get rid of this preserve log. It's going to get ugly real fast. Oh yeah, that gets the whole element. So, dot value. Nice. Looks good. Cool. Let's see, what else should we do? Bootstrap. Yep, that's a good idea. It looks pretty shit right now, so. Let's see, we could use. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a pain. Bootstrap uses jQuery, so doesn't play super nice with React out of the box. So maybe we'll see if we need any JavaScript at all. first. Because if we do, then it's going to be a huge pain. We might have to find like a React specific component for Bootstrap that has all the code in React instead of jQuery. But maybe we don't need it all. So let's see. What kind of stuff do we need it for? Components, maybe? Yeah, so that's, I'm guessing jQuery. Oh wow. Okay. So we're just gonna need buttons. I don't think we need carousels. I don't think we need drop downs. I don't even think there's gonna be any. There might not even be a nav bar, to be honest. I guess maybe for the submit button and a home page, but you know, we could do that some other way. We could have a little button down here. It's the submit or something. Let's assume we need a nav bar. So if you have a mobile nav like this requires jQuery in Bootstrap, which is a huge pain. So let's see what other kind of stuff we need. Modal. Yeah, I might need a modal. I don't think popovers maybe. Well, we have it for the graph already, so I don't know. I don't think we'll need popovers for anything else. Yeah, I think that's it really. It's just the mobile nav bar. So can we get away without a mobile nav? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I'm just going to use CSS from Bootstrap. I'm not even going to use any sort of JavaScript they have. And maybe we'll change it later, but it should be good for now. So if we're doing that, we can just use their CDN. Let's see what other stuff they have here. Yeah, jQuery, Popper. I don't know what Popper is. Let me find out what that is. Ugh. I don't know what that is. Okay. Okay, whatever. I don't know what this is. I don't think we need it. Cool. So there's a Bootstrap. Awesome. And we'll use one of their templates. I don't know, they all kind of look the same, so I'll just use this one. Let's see. Theme color. I don't think we need this. I think Webpack might do that for us. Add that in for us. This theme color, I don't know what that is. Android? No. I don't know. Whatever. Don't need any of this JavaScript down here. Don't need any of these crazy navs. Change all these to link tos later. Oh yeah, and then every class has to be class name for conflicts. So, cool. And Bootstrap app, close. Maybe there's some conflicts with this app.js here. I don't think we need any of this anymore. Let's clean up our template. I don't know where Bootstrap went. Oh, it's definitely in there. Okay. Why is our nav bar not working? Oh, this is index.html. Yeah. So it needs to go inside of app instead of the index. Cool. So this class name wasn't class, so in the index.html it wasn't adding the CSS classes. Cool. Sexy. Awesome. Great, let's put some navs in. Nav item active, cool. Class name. Submit. Great, so now we should have sexy links. We'll do this home one too. Oh yeah, and this is that stuff that uses JavaScript. Sorry, that uses jQuery. This is for this thing, so it's not going to work. So we'll just get rid of that because we didn't include any JavaScript. I mean jQuery. It's working. I think we're missing the padding top on the body. Yeah, stuff is getting hidden up there. Six. We'll just make this look a little bit better. We'll add containers. Just adding in the basic Bootstrap template stuff. Cool, so now it's in a container. So on a really wide screen, it'll be put in the center here. Now these links should not look like this. I don't know why they look like that. They shouldn't be blue. It should be this color. Nav item, nav link. Oh yeah, I think I missed a CSS class. Oh, I missed all the LIs. Whoops. What is it? Nav item is the LI and nav link is the actual link. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Let's check them all out. Nice. All looking good. What is next? Oh yeah, I guess we didn't make this look good. We'll make that one look good. There we go. And we'll add some labels because it looks kind of crammed in there. Fit ID, so we can use the labels. a little more clear. Cool. Looks pretty good. Maybe create a little something here. I can spell. Oh yeah, we forgot the source. I don't think source is a reserved keyword, so we should be good. Hopefully if we click on title, yep, it focuses on the input. Perfect. Great. Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. So this is for form submissions. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Yeah, I think I'll do it later. So what do we have left? We have an odd, we have a sexy graph. People can add their own. Oh, yes. We need to... Okay, so we'll deploy it, and then we'll see what happens when we try to use Facebook Debugger. Like if someone shares the link, what happens? My internet will load. Cool. Just waiting for it to deploy to S3. Nice. Maybe we'll see if the DNS settings have propagated. Ooh, there we go. Oddsofeverything.com, our new website. Check out the odds of getting cancer. You can check out the odds of dying. Our submit form doesn't currently do anything. We'll get that fixed. So the issue right now is if someone shares this link, right? They copy and paste it onto Facebook and share it. We can throw this in the Facebook debugger and it'll show us what's going to pop up. We're going to, on people's feeds and everything, they're going to see React app and the domain. And that React app is the title. The title comes from the index.html right here. The domain is just the domain. For all these, there's no image or anything. There's no description. So we can use Open Graph stuff for that. The problem is the title, we can only have one for every website. So we're not going to have, it being sort of dynamic. Like what we'd like to see is the title of being is odds of getting cancer, right? And then when they share the odds of dying, it should say odds of dying. So for that, we can use React Helmet helps us out. And so we can modify the meta tags, these ones here. We can edit these on the fly for each of our components because we have a different component for each route, whatever that is, app.jsx, in our router here. But so we could have different ones for each of these, and we can make this one dynamic. But it's going to be after the page loads. So when Facebook originally hits our URL, it doesn't actually get any of the the odds of getting cancer. It just gets this div root because React hasn't loaded yet. And so if React hasn't loaded, then React Helmet hasn't loaded. And so we're just going to have one title for the entire site, which is not what we want. So we can fix this with React Snapshot, which essentially crawls your website, and in your build folder, it'll create index.html for in folders. So it'll create like a folder, odds of everything, and inside here it'll create an index.html, and it'll pre-render all of your stuff so you can see the odds of getting cancer in this index.html. And that allows when Facebook to hit your URL to get all of the pre-rendered meta tags and everything. So the only caveat to that is it only works for static pages. So it's not going to do anything dynamic. It's done all at build time before you upload it to S3. And this is one of the disadvantages of doing static hosting versus having your own Express server or whatever. And we would definitely want static hosting because we want it to be super cheap, because this is just a side project. I'm literally making this just today. So so we'll use React Snapshot to generate those index.html in the folders, and then our routes will have trailing slashes on them like that, which is totally fine. So let's do that. Create a new branch. Static rendering, pre-rendering, something like that. Cool. So first we'll set up React Helmet because it's easier, and we should probably do that first, and then we'll do the other ones. Cool. So this allows us to edit all those OG tags that we need, and the title. Let's see if they have a good example here. Here we go. May as well get started. Okay. So really only care about the odds stuff. So inside the render, let's see that helmet. So we'll get this title dynamically. State dot title. Nope. It's dot state dot odds. Title. Oh yeah, we might have to put this in a if statement. Cool. In the description, we'll just make the same thing as the title. What other stuff do we need? Should get all the OG tags, actually. We'll just use these ones. Fuck. There we go. I don't know why there's so many spaces here. Let's clean that up. Cool. Great. I don't think we'll have images. Because we'd have to snapshot the graphs and stuff. A little too complicated for today, I think. Oh yeah, maybe we'll add our website name in there too. Some random marketing stuff. Oh yeah, and the URL. So I think we can get this from somewhere. Yeah, we can give them the package JSON. So when we deploy it, we'll say React app URL domain equals like that. And then we'll just do localhost. So this says, you know, when we're running it locally, call the domain localhost. When we're deploying it, we'll give it our proper website name. And then we can access through process environment variables. Process. Oh yeah, then we have to get our domain, so I mean our URL. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I have this code written somewhere. Oh, I think it's just this dot. Props dot location. I think that's it. Faster to find it through here. Don't have our server started. Helmet is not defined. Yes, you're correct. Cool. What were we doing again? Checking the console log. Maybe. Path name. There it is. So it's this.props.location.path name. Cool. Cool. And we should be able to see that render in our HTML elements. But we don't. Okay, that's weird. Is helmet not working? Maybe I imported it wrong or something. Ah. Never rendered it. That would do it. Cool. So we have undefined / odds of everything. Odds of dying. Cool. Description looks good. Type is article. Sure. I don't know. Title is odds of dying, odds of everything. Awesome. And the description looks good. So the only thing that doesn't look good is this undefined here, which is this React app domain. But we do set it here. Maybe it's like this. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Great, there's our localhost. Cool. So when we push it to our server, we should be able to get that. And that'll change for odds of cancer. Cool. So we'll say React helmet. We only care about these routes. I don't think we care about the home route or anything like that. So yeah, I'll show what happens when you push that. Just building and pushing. Cool. So it's all uploaded. And we can see our new website here. So here we go. URL looks good. Description looks good. Title looks good. Go to dying. It all changes. Nice. If you view the source though, that's a little confusing. I'll just show it in Facebook. So yeah, we could do the Facebook debugger. Somebody shares this URL, what happens? We still only get this React app, but we provided OG tags for title and description for this route. but it doesn't show up. So you can see what's happening here is when they scrape it, they don't load the React. Google will do it, but Facebook will not. And anyone else won't either, like Reddit or I don't know if Twitter does any sort of scraping when you share a link or something, but they're not doing it. So what we need to do is we need to do some pre-rendering. So we can use React Snapshot for that. I keep opening Slack. Cool. So it'll create those index.html files. So when it hits our server, instead of being redirected to our main index.html, it'll hit the index.html for this specific route. See if they have a demo here or something. There you go. How to. Oh, looks like I only had to save it as a dev dependency. Cool. So after you build, do the snapshot. That's pretty much it. So it'll do a normal build process, and then it'll build those index.html files by crawling our website. And there's some settings also. I don't think we'll need them. This is excluding routes. I think it just does it all by default. And it waits 300 milliseconds to load the data. So I think we have our charts loading maybe after a second or something. So we'll just put like 1300. Cool. And we'll test it out. Actually, I don't think we need to wait for our charts to load. I didn't think about that. We're not taking a screenshot, we're just taking a HTML snapshot. So let's build it. Do clear and build. So this is our normal build process here. Looks good. And then, we missed something. Oh yeah, probably should have read the instructions. They were supposed to be idiot proof, but apparently not. Nope, that's not it. Cool, builds as normal. And then it'll create folders for all these index.html files. Sweet. Or all these HTML files. Nice. And we should see in here That's an HTML beautifier. Make sure it works. Doesn't work. Okay. So we were expecting to see the OG tags here. Well, let's add a longer delay. So we're just building in the background. Yeah, this should render, so we'll see. Still not working. It's rendering the rest of this stuff, but it's not rendering React Helmet. Alright, well, let's make sure we're not going crazy here. Get rid of this project. Add a ridiculous delay. I don't think that's the issue, but we'll see. Maybe it's not hitting this if statement. Still no helmet. We'll make sure it's hitting this part here. Aha. So that means that this pie chart probably isn't rendering also. Yeah, and it doesn't. Cool. So So I wonder if it doesn't actually fire a component did mount. I guess that's what's happening. Hmm. Hmm. Gotta make sure I'm searching for the right thing. So I'm pretty sure that component did mount is not firing for React Snapshot, which is probably by design. But then why have this delay? Oh. Yeah, so component did mount never fires, which is not good because that's where we do our where we get the data from the URL. I guess the constructor will fire though, so I don't really like this, but see what happens. Oh, we hit something. Build helmet. Cool. So it looks like it's building the helmets now. So construction should only fire one. So if it's crawling from cancer to dying, then it's not going to work. But we can. I don't know what happened there. We'll see what happens. Maybe they're all independent requests. That was just not helpful at all. Really? Oh, okay. That was for getting cancer. Yep, that's good. And then check out the odds of dying. And that one gets the odds of dying. So cool. It looks like it's loading all these, doing all these requests independently. So our code's gonna look kind of gross, but I'm okay with that. Well, I guess we could just leave. Yeah, I guess we could just get rid of this one. Maybe we leave them all in. Well, let's see what it looks like when we run it in localhost. Okay. Just gonna make sure the graphs and the titles change appropriately. So if we load odds of getting cancer, we see odds of getting cancer, cool. Switch to odds of dying, that works too. Cool. Maybe we don't even need this component did mount. Loads odds of dying, loads cancer. Sweet. So let's get rid of that. Get rid of some of these console logs. Don't need those anymore. I think we can reduce our delay to 300 now. Cool, I think everything else is good. Cool, so we'll see if it works at 300 milliseconds. I don't know if I copied. There we go. Yeah, everything looks good. Sweet. Well, that was helpful. Cool. So let's deploy that. See if the stream's still up. Here it is. Yeah, looks good. Oh, wow, we've been recording for a while. Cool. And we'll check out this. Shouldn't have closed that HTML beautifier. Oh well. Doesn't look like it's working. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's working. We'll check S3 for the files. Okay, so the files are uploading fine, but when we go to the actual URL to load it, it doesn't work. So, tried refreshing the cache, doesn't work. So I think it's S3 then. Must be doing a redirect or something. To the home page, because when we load it, we get the home page, and it even says home on it. Which is weird. So, like, that shouldn't be there. Sorry, this shouldn't be there. So we'll check out what's going on there. I'm wondering if this is it. Ah, there we go. Okay. So the issue is that that S3 is not translating this to .html, but it'll translate this to this .index.html. So we just have to change our routes to have the trailing slash, and I think we'll be fine. I think that's it. Deploy that again. Cool. So it's made these folders for our routes, and then it's an index HTML inside of each one of them. Oh, look at that. Nice, so we got all our OG tags, got the domain, got the trailing slashes and everything. Awesome. And now we get to test it out in Facebook Debugger. Make sure this works. So we'll just add the trailing slash. Nice, look at that. Odds of dying. Cool. And then if we do odds of getting cancer, this should change to odds of getting cancer. Fantastic. Cool. Cool. So that's that. Fantastic. So we now have a website. Cool. So we have a website. Built some React with some routing. We have a submit form currently connected to nowhere, but it logs the values. I'm going to send that to an API later. Just to email me, and then I'm going to add them all manually into this JSON file and then redeploy it every time. I don't think there'll be that many, so may as well just do it manually. We set up recharts, which uses D3, so we can have these sexy charts. And yeah, it's all hosted on S3. Got our domain hooked up, oddsofeverything.com. Bootstrap, so it looks good. Thanks for watching.